What's up, guys? In the last pre-record, the sound wasn't as great as it could have been. So I just thought I'd come on live and tell you guys live. So this will be a different show than the pre-record, but we'll go over a lot of the information that was also in the pre-record. So let's get it here, guys. Boom. Let's get it. Indigo Saint in the building. Blackrue Investing. Let's go.
Who's this producer?
Best believe it was Blackrue Investing. With your money, you ain't gotta be guessing. Profits is what we manifesting. So we binge on our Blackrue Investing. Best believe it was Blackrue Investing. Got course in this race, we ain't resting. We got stocks, we got crypto with a blessing. So thank God for that Blackrue Investing. Best believe it was Blackrue Investing.
What is up, guys? What's up? We're in a house today, so we're going to repeat some of that information, and we'll get to your questions as we always do in the live stream. And hope you guys are having a good Sunday. Happy Father's Day to the fathers out there. I'm a father, love my children. And yeah, let's get it going here. So let me share my screen. And this is basically the scene here outside of Kai Cenat's Streamer University, right? Let's just play some of this. This happened 4 days ago. Literally, so many people wanted to come out and be streamers. They had to get the event down, guys. And honestly, this is what the back might be doing with their metrics. I think the whole meeting they had with Google and then the spaces they had where they brought on a YouTube guy has been really, really slept on, because this next generation, this Gen Z generation that's coming up, they are going to want to be streamers. And you can see right there of all the participation they have there. Yes, they're really, really want to go. They're going to really want to be streamers. So this was in Atlanta, and they were there for not for a concert, not for a game, but to become a celebrity, right? To become a streamer, right? And yeah, so it's crazy how that was overrun here. And yeah, I think Zebec has the metrics on this, right? These are not fans showing up to watch a celebrity. This is a generation wanting to become a celebrity. They want to learn the job from Kai, and nobody's connecting that the fact that there's no infrastructure behind this, at least a good infrastructure behind what we do as streamers, what we do as creators. And this is what Zebec is building, and this is what they're trying to do with YouTube, right? So again, if you guys have questions, go ahead and put them in the chat. What's up, Dave Jr.? What's up, Rise? What's up, King Pound? What's up, John 316? Let's continue on here. So if we look into some of the stats for this, right? 65% of Gen Z consider themselves to be content creators. So this is not them saying that they want to be content creators. There's 65% of them saying that they are right now, right? And if you look at it, just for people to know, Gen Z is defined as individuals between 14 to 24, okay? All of them, 65% of them consider themselves to be content creators. So also here, if we look at the stat, 53% of Gen Z say becoming a creator is a viable career, and the industry that is used to mock the idea is now paying attention, okay? So you can see now with things like what they're doing with the Streamer University, people are starting to pay attention that this is just not some playing around on YouTube, right? Or yeah, this is a serious business, and Gen Z want to be this, right? But flash forward, how can they get paid from it, right? Well, another thing we see here, if we take a look at this, this is over in Thailand, Cloud 11. They're building a whole high rise, which they deem or they dub the new creative destination for streamers, right? Take a look at this. Grade A workspace, creative shopping destination, 500 square miles of production studio, whole green park, multiple performance spaces. So they're building a space where talent can come together, streamers can come together and just create, right? It's a launch pad for creators and artists and entertainment companies to showcase and earn, okay, and earn, powered by seamless booking platform, okay? Now, Zebec can come in and add it and make us like we're our own treasury, right? So, normally AdSense takes like 30 days, 30 to 60 to 90 days, depending on what you're doing. AdSense, wallets, and different things like that. Well, in comes Zebec and it's streamlined and it's happening in real time. World-class studios for music, dance, and production offered with exclusive tenant rates and credit perks. Buzzing hive of creative minds with constant activations, events, and cultural exchanges. Immersive gallery spaces, including featuring bold works from emerging Thai talents across disciplines. So again, this is in Thailand, but hey, maybe they can have something like this in America, in the UK, in Africa, in Brazil, in South America, in Central America, in Mexico, right? For all people that are aspiring to be content creators. Global creative institutions landing in Thailand for the very first time right here at Cloud 11. I'm going to try to say this, Sukhumvit's, nourishing backyard, a space for the community to connect, create, and enjoy curated experiences, wholesome food, enriching activities, and a touch of nature. So really cool there, right? A place built exclusively for content creators. And I honestly think we see more of this stuff kind of popping up here as things continue, as more Gen Z want to be content creators. People with money are going to start catering to this and building things specifically for them, right? What's up, Phantom Beat? What's up, Black Owl TV or Black Alti? What's up, Cypher V? What's up, that one guy? Keep coming in here, guys. But let's continue here. So the missing layer is agentic, an agentic economy is payments here. The missing layer is the payments. So here we have things where they're telling us, Zebec is telling us that they're going to govern these rules at the treasury level. So you can almost think of one creator as their own treasury, right? So then you put in your Google Wallet, and then you have integrations there. You have subscription ecosystems, YouTube monetization flows, and persistent AI flows that all point towards software operating increasingly inside commercial environments rather than isolated chat interfaces. So instead of having all of these systems as a silo, again, it's kind of hard to convey. I understand this as a creator, but I guess the biggest way to be able to convey this is the iPhone, where the iPhone just took a whole bunch of different things like a calculator, like a alarm clock, like your phone, your personal computer, where you can get on a web browser. It took all of those things and it consolidated it. You have an app store where the App Store will have different things, for you for health and, um, tracking, how many steps you take and then all of that. Well, in comes Zebec with what they're doing. They can consolidate all these silos. For now, you got AdSense, you got subscription-based services. You're selling like maybe Zebec hats or something like that. They consolidate all of that for the creator so it's easier for them. There's also these, different things that we use to make thumbnails and things like that. All of that gets consolidated with what Zebec could possibly provide there. So yeah, so governed by treasury controls, permissions, and compliance frameworks established at the account level, the next generation of software will not simply generate content or answer questions. It will coordinate workflows, manage recurring operations, purchase services, and increasingly participate in economic activity. So of course, when you have agentic AI, the AI can help you with certain things about like how you're going to say things, helps you generate thumbnails and different things like that. Well, they can consolidate all of that. This is where stablecoins, programmable treasury infrastructure, streaming payments, and card rails begin converging into something larger than payroll, right? Programmable movement of money governed by rules, operating continuously in real time. Okay. And to read the whole paragraph there, as major technology platforms move towards operational AI systems, the infrastructure requirements increasingly resemble the exact problems Zebec was originally designed to solve. Programmable movement of money governed by rules, operating continuously in real time. So I think this could really consolidate some of the things that creators want and need. And as you can see with the whole Kai Cenat thing, there's definitely a want to become a creator out here, especially for the next generation. For Gen Z, they're hungry to be content creators. And you got things like what Kai Cenat is doing popping up. You got things like Cloud 11 popping up. Let's see here. Let me just pull up. Maybe we can play a little thing from one of Kai Cenat's streamer universities, or at least show a still from streamer university. Okay, so we better not play this, but we can show at least the still here. We got Kai Cenat up here looking like Sean Puffy Combs sitting here in this seat in the I guess the director's chair, the leader's chair. You have them talking to different young people here that are looking to become streamers, asking, I guess, why they have the talent, why they think they can do this. So it's literally kind of, to me, the same kind of thing as Making the Band, if you guys are old enough to remember that, or Celebrity Apprentice, just now with streamers, right? So it seems like there's a push to get the next generation to move towards creating content, right? Even more so than in previous times. So you can see Kai's making this into the whole type of Making the Band type of deal here, which is interesting. So this is something that Zebec is looking to take advantage of, and yeah, I can't blame them. This is where we're heading. But let's get to some of our comments here. Okay, let's go DCA fam. Hi, hey, what's good? How do you feel about these prices? I'm feeling pretty decent about the prices right now. we'll see where we head with the prices here coming up. You know, I really like where we're at with near and different things like that. Is this the low for Bitcoin? We shall see. I really don't think we can go too much lower than this. Like maybe, I know a lot of people were talking about, hey, we're going to go to 40, but maybe the 59 is finished. But if I bring up the chart here for Bitcoin, the only thing that kind of worries me a little bit is on the RSI and the stochastic. There's a little bit on the weekly chart that it seems like it could fall. I don't know, but at least on the regular RSI, it looks like we kind of already took that fall. Like if you go all the way back to, 2017, 2021, 2022, there's usually only one big fall below that, it seems like. And we already did it. Are we going to do it again? That would be kind of weird to have it happen twice. So maybe 59 was that low. And if it is, right? If it is, might be time to start scooping up some of these guys, some of the guys we think are winners. Shout out to the Patreon. We were talking about that last night. Pretty in-depth about what we think about will be winners in the next cycle. Ruku, let's go. Smash the like button. What up, Rue and crew? TikTok dancers need infrastructure. 100%. 100%. Not just the TikTok dancers, but like there's this whole emerging, believe me, guys, there's a whole generation of streamers is going to emerge, right? Shout out to CGA. Shout out to Coach Greg Adams. One of the things he was talking about was like the 40 to 59-year-olds, right? A lot of the 40 to 59-year-olds are starting to get laid off, and some of them are starting to stream. Well, that whole group of people, there's a lot of those group of people out here. So YouTube might start catering their algorithm to the 40 to 59-year-old people, to the 40 to 59-year-old people who are getting laid off at jobs now. As we've been talking about it, right, with AI, agentic AI, and where things are headed with agentic AI and robots. A lot of people are going to lose their jobs, and it's probably going to be that age group of people from 40 to 59 because their salaries are high. You know what I mean? You can bring in a younger person who's more computer savvy, who's going to be able to work with the AI easier at a way lower cost. So for people that are 49 to 59-ish, right? Or let's just say 40 and up. For people that are 40 and up, they're going to be replaced by AI. They're going to be replaced by agentic AI. They're going to be replaced by robots. Where do a lot of them will go for jobs? They'll probably come and start streaming. And that makes a lot of sense. And that makes a lot of sense to how they can soothe and calm other people their age that are going through the same thing, right? It'll be kind of therapeutic for people to look and see, oh man, look at that guy. He just got laid off. Okay, I got laid off too. Let me look at his content and see how he's dealing with it. Like what side hustles can he find? What side hustles does he know about that I can do, right? So a lot of these people will probably be moving towards streaming of that age. Not only the Kai Cenat Gen Z 14 to 24 people, but also the 40 plus people who are like, okay, let me try to figure out technology now. I'm laid off. Let me see. Let me try to get some side hustle going now that I have to just deal with my pension. So it's really interesting on how that's going to roll out, right? And I think Zebec is going to be at the forefront of it, not only with moving in and pushing in agentic AI, which is going to take a lot of jobs, but also from the other side of that, which is content creation and how all these content creators are going to pop up after all of this happens, right? So let's continue there. Does it count if I'm 40, but I still feel like I'm 24? Hey, Phantom B, I feel you. I feel you. I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you, brother. Yeah, it counts. I'm gonna say it counts because I'm right there with you, bro. What do you think about handle pay? Yeah, we went deep into this on the Patreon. So shout out to the Patreon. The Patreon people got it first. We went deep into this on the open mic night. Well, for me, again, I kind of think it's like it's not really revolutional in that Metallicus and other people have already done things like this, right? They've already done things like that, right? But again, at the market cap it's at, it seems like it could be a decent buy, right? I know I've seen different people talk about it, Mr. Forsyth, Longview Compute, and different things like that. The one thing that is I'm not quite sure about, and we were trying to talk about it a little bit, was the circulating supply. According to its white paper, which was updated a couple days ago or whatnot, or a couple months ago, according to the white paper, updated a month ago. So if we look at, let me see. So that one was updated a month ago. And then if you look at handle token, we're in a white paper now. Tokenomics, it says updated 2 months ago. They have in here vesting schedules. So if you have vesting schedules, there's no way you can say that 100% of your supply is already circulating. So which is it? Is 100% of your supply circulating, or are you vesting? So I don't know about that part. So there's at least a discrepancy on whether 100% of your supply is out or you're vesting. And from your white paper, it doesn't seem like 100% of your supply is out. And if we go over here to cryptorank.io for a handle, they say that only 8.9%, like 9% of the supply is out. And that kind of goes to what they say in the white paper with the vesting schedule. This is more in line with what they say in the white paper. So I don't know which is the handle. I don't know. Be cool. I know Longview Compute said he was going to try to get some members a handle on his channel. I don't know if that's happened or not yet. Maybe we might try as well. But I don't know if 100% of the supply is out or if they're vesting. There's that. But then if you go to their website too, getting paid with your social handle, I mean, that makes sense to me. It really does. But it's not new technology. As far as like Metallicus does this, which you can get paid with a handle. I don't know if you guys have Metallicus accounts or not, but you can get paid with a handle with Metallicus. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Ethereum name service. You can get paid with a handle with Ethereum name service too. I get that this is a little different in that this is your social media handle, but also Twitter used to have it where you can pay somebody with tips or X or Twitter. You could pay with someone with Bitcoin tips, kind of like a Noster has it right now. So this is interesting, right? It's interesting, but I don't know. I need them to clear up the tokenomics for me, right? I need them to clear up the tokenomics for me. But no disrespect to for anything that other creators are saying about it. I just kind of need them to clear up the tokenomics, for me, right? But again, kind of in the whole thoughts of what we were saying today, right? If social media does gain a bigger, there are more creators out here creating content, you would think, okay, maybe Handle is something that can be really big for them, right? And that now, Kai Cenat can just say, pay me at my handle, right? So that's interesting, right? But I think when we think about something like Zebec and enterprise players, where they're actually at the payroll level when people work and get paid, Zebec still stands out as better to me. But yeah, so I'm indifferent about Handle right now. And a lot of it has to do with their tokenomics. Like they got to tell me, according to their own white paper, it doesn't look like they're 100% allocated. So yeah, that's just where I'm at it, and it has to do with the tokenomics mostly for me. Thailand got that lady boy talent. Oh, that's funny. That one guy, they do have that there in Thailand for people who are looking for that. They do. Craziness. Craziness. Let's go. What's up, Tony S? Lady boy Thailand, I think you've been there. Well, they're known for that. I've never been, but I know that Thailand is known for that type of behavior, or that type of you know for each his own. If that's what people like, I don't like that, but I know it was somebody like I think Andrew Tate said this, right? And people like try to say that it was a joke or something like that. He says a 10 uh trans person is better than a one woman. Like a knockout trans person is better than a one woman. And you're not gonna get me on board with that ever. Like, no, thank you. No, thank you at all. But to each his own. If that's what other people like, you go right ahead though. Handle pay is buy and hold for me. With it being on Canton at all. Now Peter makes a good point. Can't with Handle being on Canton, that's interesting. Now that part is interesting. But as far as the tokenomics that they have on everywhere else, I'm not sure about that. But then, they have a Canton specific coin that's probably going to need to be translated over to this handle. I know they have a platform, Zenith, right? I know other people have talked about this. We've talked about this at length in the Patreon. So Patreon people, you got this first. I'm not breaking too many laws for my Patreons here with this, but Zenith here is basically Canton's kind of connector, if you will, to Ethereum. So apps like Handle, right, will be able to benefit from Zenith. And one of the things we talk about really big in the Patreon, we have a coin in there that we're talking about really big time that's going to connect to Zenith. And really have a nice time, right? We've been talking about that ad nauseum in the Patreon, but let me, definitely come over to Patreon for that. I've done a couple of Munger tours. Z is for Zebec. Let's go. What's up, Rise Above? Crew in the house. Does that include the Philippines? Well, I don't know. Maybe the Philippines will do something like that, like Cloud 11, right? Be very interesting to see. I know people keep thinking we're going to 40 and 35, but this is always how it is, right? When we were at 16K Bitcoin, people swore up and down that we were going to go to 10. Now, as far as like the whole managing risk, if you're going to be the person that's trying to get the catch the falling knife or catch the exact bottom, almost all the time you're going to lose, right? But if you de-risk, if you're the person that tries to de-risk, then you're going to be a winner anyway. It kind of falls out. So again, so say that this is 59 was the bottom and you're still waiting, right? And we go up to 66, 67, 70, 75, and we never stop. Just like Bitcoin did back. Come on here. Maximize. So just like Bitcoin did back here, when everybody thought there's a lot of crap on this one. Let me go to another Bitcoin chart. So just like Bitcoin did back here, right? When it was at 16 and it just kept going up, everybody thought we were coming back down. Instead, when you're right here, because let's just say because we're around the same point. Let's say like it's like we're at 19K, right? If you're buying at 19 some, right? You could buy 20% if you think we're going to go down, because that is a possibility, right? If you're a person here that bought at least 20 or 30%, if you were so adamant that we were going down, you kept out 70%, you still got advantage of that 20 or 30, right? And at some point, you said to yourself, okay, we're just going to keep going up, so I better buy now. That's where I feel like we're at right now. We could go to 40. We could possibly go to 40. But if we don't, you're going to be buying somewhere up here. So why not take 20 or 30% and get in while we're at 64? Because where we're headed is up here, right? Where we're headed is up here. Does it make too much of a difference if you buy at 64 or 40? Because it's really going to hurt if you're buying, if you just took so long to wait and you bought at 80. You see what I'm saying? This is just my 2 cents on it. But we'll see. We'll see where we go. Max in the house with the super chat. Let's go, Rue and the Rue crew. Near mystery solved. Go ZBCN. Hi, everyone. Smash the like. Did a month in the Philippines. Give us some love to Max here. Delta Ghost, not a fan of the Canton. What's up, Delta Ghost? John 316. I'm 54 with 10 million ZBCN coins. Is that okay? Well, it depends on what target you want to hit, right? Let's say here that Zebec goes to 5 cents, which I really think Zebec has the ability to go to 5 cents in the next bull run. That was Zebec's all-time high. So if they get back to their all-time high with 10 million Zebec, you would be at 500K. 500K. So if 500K is good for you, like saying that you sold out of all your Zebec at 5 cents, right? Which I clearly think Zebec is headed for $1 long term as they continue to get clarity, as we continue to get clarity, and people are using real-time payroll, which they're going to need real-time payroll in order to keep up with the way inflation is heading, in order to keep up with the way that again, we talk about people losing their jobs due to agentic AI and robots. Man, people are going to need to be paid in real time. So again, long term, I think Zebec hits $1. But if we use 5 cents as a area we want to take profits, well, does that sound good to you to have 500K at 5 cents? I'd rather buy XPR than Handle Pay. I'm right there with you, King Pound. I'd rather do XPR over Handle at this point. XPR can do the same thing. They give you a handle, right? It's a little bit different because Handle Pay connects to your Google or your things. So it seems like it might be a little bit different in that instance. There's directly connecting your handles in. But so it kind of makes me wonder how much access they have to your information. I had to do some more research into that. Like how much do they have? How much information? How much access to your social media information do they have once you connect your handle? I don't know how much access do they have to you there, because that could be a thing, right? Like they're now connecting to your social media and they get to have access to some of your data. I don't know. I'm just spitballing. I haven't done deep research into Handle, but one of the things that did concern me were the tokenomics. But yeah, how much access do they have to your social media, right? With that, how much are they getting your data because of that? Like, how does that work? But again, these are just questions that I'm asking myself. I'm not trying to flood the project or anything like that. But I don't know. No, 10 million's a nice amount. 10 million's a nice amount. Um, I'm reading these comments here. Oh, okay. Are people thinking that Handle? I don't know that Handle doesn't seem like the next Zebec to me, as far as like Zebec is streaming payroll, right? You gotta streaming payroll and being able to connect and help enterprises, whole separate different thing than what Handle's doing, right? Having you be paid by your handle and stuff like that and paid via your social media account. Those the separate things to me. Zebec is going to be tied into your tied into treasuries, actual enterprise treasuries. I don't know. I don't know how you can compare those two. It's two different things in my mind. But yeah, I wouldn't. They're two separate things in my mind, just for me. Yeah, get the WebAuth wallet. Yeah, I definitely like what Metallicus is doing for sure. John, that is a nice bag. Congrats on not about how much money you have, how long you're willing to hold it. Do you sell early when it hits 5 cents, or do you sell when you see that they're a household name? Well, it's never a bad thing to take some profits at some point in time. Um, Again, for me, there's a part of my Zebec bag that's going to be a long term hold. Like I'm holding way past 5 cents. I tell you that, way past 5 cents because of all the enterprise partners they have, being connected to Ripple and Stellar and all this and Canton. It's clear that there's a long term plan for Zebec. 100-year-old plus company is where they're trajecting right now with the partners they have. But at 5 cents, that seems to be a really good point to me as far as like that's his all time high and things like that. But again, think about the people with Bitcoin and different other coins where they sold too early, right? There's that too, right? But I'm not here to tell anybody what to do, but I just used 5 cent as a marker. Accumulate the lows. That's our best force right now. Yes, indeed. Accumulating the lows. Because I'm telling you guys, like, I don't know if a lot of you guys have been around for multiple cycles, but I'm telling you, that was the trick that they were telling people at 16. They were telling people it is gonna go down to 10. Like huge content creators, right? For those of you who like consensus and stuff like that. And when I say consensus, it's like, oh, everybody's saying this is gonna happen, so that's the truth, right? Dyed in the wool people were saying, oh, it's going lower. It is going lower. And it didn't. So that's the hard part for me, right? And instead of trying to be the person to catch the lowest of the low, well, a lot of things are low right now. Buy some right now. If it goes lower, buy again. But that's just my thought on it. Because I've seen in other cycles where people are like, oh, it's this is how they do it every time, every single time. When it's at the low, they're like it's gonna go lower. When it's at the high, right, they keep telling people it's gonna go higher, and then that's when it dumps, right? Every time, bro. I don't know how they do it, but they do it. Trini for life, what's up? Carlton Way, salute Rue in the chat. Rue, you don't swing? Nah, man, I don't. We don't. Not no traditional women for me. That's where we're at, right? No, no, sir, absolutely not. Do I even have a head shaking here? So with swing.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by it? Absolutely not. Nobody's pegging me. Not at all. No way. Absolutely not. Let's continue here. Bitcoin Shango in the house. What's up, my man? Let's give him to my man here. Long time no see, brother. My man in the house. It's great to see you, and happy Father's Day to you and all the dads in that chat. Let's go, guys. Appreciate you, brother, for coming through. What price do you think Zebec will be at when it's a household name? $1 plus. Why? Because it just makes sense for them to endow the token. It's one of their biggest assets that they have. Why wouldn't they send value to it, right? At this point in time, they are offering staking and different things for it, so people can just literally just put it in a wallet. Not only us, but also them, they can just put it in a wallet and just let it grow. Like, so why wouldn't they put power in an asset that they already have? Case in point, like kind of how Pokemon cards, and we were talking about this a little bit last night in the open mic night. Pokemon cards right now are one of the biggest investments that's bringing the biggest ROI. Like, I know it's something that people think of as nerdy and all of this other stuff, but think about baseball cards and basketball cards back in the day when people were just having them in like bubblegum wrappers and all of that. Those pieces of cardboard are now really, really worth something, and collectors will buy them, right? Case in point, when we think about things like Zebec, things about like Canton, I always show this here. Let me bring this up. Where Bitwise is falling for ETFs of certain cryptocurrencies, right? Aave, Uniswap, Tau, Sui, Near, right? Stark, Tron, Zcash, INA, Hyperliquid, and CC. Well, guess what? Bitwise Hyperliquid ETF has already hit. Let's go look at that. Let's go look at Bitwise. Here it is, B-Hype. Well, guess what B-Hype looks like? Let's go to the day chart. So ever since their ETF has come out, this ETF is almost 2x'd. Well, guess what? So has Hyperliquid. Hyperliquid has 2x'd since its ETF has come out. We're gonna put some. We'll put an alert here. So look at that, nearly 2x, right? That this is the ETF itself. Now let's go to Hyperliquid, the coin. Nearly 2x in that amount of time, right? So this is what's happening with these cryptocurrencies. Big agencies, big what do you call them? Angel investors, VCs. These VCs are scooping these things up, right? Like Pokemon cards, like Da Vinci paintings, like valuable assets. And this is what we have to look forward to as crypto investors. I'm really loving it because the opportunity is here for us to separate ourselves. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen, shout out, we've been talking about this in the Patreon for a couple weeks, the TV show Upload. And I do think that certain TV shows and things like that are predictive programming. They're kind of telegraphing to us where we're heading as a people, as a country, and we don't know it or not, but it's almost easing us into it, like it's softening us. So it's like we don't rebel and revolt, because we would rebel and revolt if we understood what was happening to us. But they kind of soften us into it. Case in point, Star Trek, for your people who are Trekkie people, right? They showed us iPhones and things like that before they even happened, right? Well, in this TV show Upload, which I think all of you should take a watch of, they're basically uploading themselves to the metaverse. It's like they figured out technology where they can upload your consciousness to the metaverse, and they can eventually, even later on episodes of the season, download your consciousness into a new body. So crazy stuff to think about. But in that entire show, they have automated cars, two-seater cars. They have people like living in these living facilities where they're basically like bunked up together, like dorm rooms, like all these people, because they can't afford to live in a single house. They can't afford it. So they're all living in these assisted like living places, right? Guys, you you got to be an investor in today's world, because in a few years, like seriously, in 10 to 20 years, this is going to be how people are living. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to be one of those people. Jasmine, thoughts? Well, shout out to our guy Max. He's covered Jasmine really, really hardcore. And if you look at Jasmine and what's going on with some of their people and some of the people they have aboard, as far as PlayStation and their connections to PlayStation, and you look at Junction reminds me a lot of what Theta is doing. They're also set up for the future, right? Where they could possibly be a long-term succeeding company. I'm higher on Zebec, me personally, because they're dealing with payroll, and they're dealing with payroll from the biggest, most connected cryptocurrencies, Stellar and Ripple. So I'm personally higher on Zebec, but I don't mind Jasmine at all. 16K Bitcoin, the good old days. Whether it's 16K or 160K, I'll just DCA and call it a day. I feel you. Bitcoin Shango, of course, with the name, is our resident like Bitcoin Maxi over here. But yeah, you could see people don't talk about. Well, we as altcoin people, we don't talk about it that much. But Bitcoin, definitely people that are talking about it, and Michael Saylor and all of that. But Bitcoin is going to be one of those big assets, right? It is. I know people are kind of like wishing on Bitcoin's downfall, and they kind of feel like Bitcoin needs to fall for XRP to come up, and I don't think that that's the case. I think they'll all rise, but I do think over the long term, sorry to say, I do think over the long term, some other cryptocurrencies might pass Bitcoin in market cap. So maybe a Canton eventually passes Bitcoin in market cap. Maybe an XRP eventually passes Bitcoin in market cap. And I think at one point in time, XRP did, like ever so briefly, pass Bitcoin in market cap. But yeah, Bitcoin is definitely a safe asset to hold on to for the future. Thank you, Terrell, for the $4.99 super chat. Rue, appreciate it, brother. So yeah, getting real high on the Canton ecosystem here. Let me see here. We give up our data. Yeah, we do give up our data already, right? So it really doesn't matter if you're going to give it to Handle too. However, and definitely smash the likes, guys. Definitely smash the likes. It really doesn't matter if you're going to give it to Handle too. But my point is, yeah, if you're, okay, you're saying, oh, use your social media handle and get paid through your handle. I mean, that's fine. But yeah, what are you going to do with my data? Are you going to pay me for my data, or are you just going to be another company that takes it from me and sells it? Again, I'm not trying to FUD the project. I'm just thinking about it, all the different avenues, right? And I'm not FUDing anybody talking about the project. We're just talking here. We're just talking. So it'd be interesting to see how much access Handle has to your data. Are they going to pay you for having access to your data, or are they just saying, "Oh, we're making things easier for you because we give you the ability to send and receive money with your handle"? I don't know. You can buy XRP or XPR, excuse me. You can buy XPR on the Coinbase DEX with debit card. You can buy XPR on Coinbase DEX now. That's wild. I haven't checked that yet. I got to look at that. I definitely got to look at that. That's awesome. Let's see here. Everyone gives up their data for free. At least we get paid for it now. Does Handle say that they do that? Do they say that they pay you for your data? Handle Pay is built securely at its core, ensuring payments are routed safely and verifiably while protecting users from costly mistakes. We combine social handle simplicity with privacy-focused infrastructure to make it peer-to-peer. Payments seem like sending a DM. I don't see that it says that it pays you for your data, but I mean that's something that could they could have access to your data. I don't know what the terms of service are there, but they do assure you there that your personal and financial information stay private. So maybe they don't have access to your data. Everyone can use it from any country. So maybe they don't have access to your data. I don't know. But you know, I don't know. Metal Pay, yes indeed. 100 times less market cap. We can get Handle up to $1 and then buy more Zebec or XRP. Yeah, it's at a lower market cap. It is for sure. It's only a 3 million market cap, and that is something that people can definitely so there might be a lot of opportunity there for sure. I can show you guys that. Yeah, 3 million market cap. But someone has to clear up for me. Is the supply circulating or are you vesting? Because tokenomics are important. So I don't know. Maybe I need to have someone for Handle on and Handle. Anybody from Handle, this is an open invitation to come on the platform. Because we were looking, and it's unclear to me whether you have 100% of your supply out, because your own documentation says that you have vesting, right? And we see that here. This is from your white paper. So open invitation for people for Handle. I have my email address on my site on Blackrue Investing. You can go over there and send me an email. I would love to have you guys on the show. I'm not trying to misrepresent your project in any way. So I'd love to have you on the show, but given the documentation that you have provided for us, this is all I can take away from it. So, yeah, if you just come over to my channel here, you come over here to my channel, my email address and things, my links are there. So you can send me an email, and I'd love to have you guys on and we can talk about it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yep, view email address. So my email address is here. So you guys can send me an email. I'd love to have you guys on and we can clear that up. But as far as I can see right now, it seems like they have vesting, and it isn't 100% of their supply that's out. Thanks for sharing your insights, Rue. Gotta go spend time with my kiddo. He wants to play video games and eat some stuffed crust pizza for a while. Oh, bro, I want to play video games and eat stuffed crust pizza. that's an awesome time for the kiddo, Bitcoin Shango. Thanks for coming through, brother. Really appreciate you coming through and giving us a minute of your time on Father's Day, bro. Have a good one, man, and thanks for coming through again. Do you really see Handle having a ton of potential to run? I mean, there are a lot of people talking about it. There's a lot of hype behind it right now. So, I mean, there's that. But until they clear up the tokenomics for me, for me, I'm more high on Zebec. I'm more high on some other things at the moment. But yeah, at this market cap, sure. Yeah, with this market cap and this supply, 1 billion supply, sure, that's something that wouldn't be a bad investment. I feel like for certain people, but for me, until they clear up the tokenomics for me, I'm all right. I'm all right. I'd rather there's some other things that we're looking at in the Patreon. Shout out to the Patreon, where we're looking at different things in different sectors and different things like that. Definitely come over to Patreon and we can tell you what we're looking at over there. But I'm not trying to foot handle. I'm just giving my honest opinion, right? I hope that people understand that I'm not trying to foot it, and I'm not trying to say not to invest in it. Yeah, 3 million market cap is very low. That is early, but for me, until they kind of clear up the tokenomics, that would be one of my gripes. That would be one of my not I don't even want to call it a gripe. That would be strong language. That would be one of my concerns or one of my doubts, or I don't know the right word to use there. It's not even a gripe. It's just I would just point that out. That would be the way to say that. I'll just point that out. Between all-time highs to 1 cent, people will be selling. Oh, you're saying with Zebec? It's a good idea to have multiple bags of Zebec networks, for some for taking profits, other bags for long-term holds. I've recently started adding to my ZBCN via iTrust Capital Roth IRA account. Let's go, E, with the Roth IRA drop in there. Shout out to E. He's our moderator in Telegram. Very much appreciate E. Zebec is the king of PayFi, 100%. There's an interview with Simon and Paul Barron. This is the second interview they already did a show on this, but there was something I wanted to point out where he was talking about the Solana yield stablecoin that they're being connected with.
Assets in your hardware wallet, you can go into yield mode. They flip it out to the market into DeFi, earn the best that they can for you. Are you guys planning any of that you'd be able to do inside the Zebec wallet or even the card itself?
It's something that we are exploring. To be honest with you, we are starting with more vanilla yield options that are extremely low risk, because at the end of the day, enterprises don't have the highest risk tolerance when it comes to their balances. So we've gone more for the native yield solutions. For example, we're going live next week with USX, which is a stablecoin on Solana that offers high single digits yield natively, which is very exciting. And then some of the larger ecosystems as well are bringing yield bearing stablecoins into the Zebec app. So currently we do not offer the DeFi yields, but it's something that we're going to consider on the horizon for sure.
That's good. That's good. That'll be interesting to see. Listen, this news.
So USX, and what he also said there was some other. he's very guarded with the information, of course, which he will have to be as a CEO until certain things are passed, like clarity and certain NDAs and different things are done. He says here, other stablecoins are looking to bring yield to Zebec as a platform. We already know Zebec is all tied in with World Liberty Financial and USD1, right? Which I'm going to do a show on that as well, right? Because they just had that Spaces that just happened. So yeah, I really like Zebec for the long term and what's going on there. And of course, they went over this MasterCard deal again, which AI agents, guys, I still feel like people are sleeping on AI agents. As much as I talk about it, I've done like now so many shows about it, and I'm literally like of the people that we all watch and we talk about. I was one of the first people to talk about AI agents, and I really pat myself on the back about that. I really do, and I really still think people are sleeping on AI agents, and the impact that it's going to have on the world, the impact that it's going to have on jobs. Like, guys, we better be ready, man. We really better be ready here with our investments, because these AI agents they're gonna replace a lot of people, man. HR being the lead of that, but it's going to get so much further than HR, right? And when you calculate in the robots and stuff too, it's going to look dire for people out there. It's going to look really really bad. And if you're not a person who's scooping up the right assets, it might be a dark day for you, right? It might be a really dark day, man. But yeah, let's continue. Facts. I do like Handle Pay's potential. Whoever in ZBCN now is going to make bank. Indeed, Handle Pay isn't competitive to Zebec. I know, and it isn't to me, but some people are kind of comparing them, and I don't know if the comparison works for me, just for me personally, right? And it's okay to disagree with people. It doesn't mean that you dislike them or anything. You just have a different opinion than them. So no one try to make that into anything other than a different opinion. Yeah, I don't think the Handle Pay and Zebec are comparative in my mind. I DCA once a week, no matter the price, small purchases, and once a month now for I Trust Capital, Roth IRA, no matter the price. I learned my lesson. And see that is a nice way to be there, because if you're the person that's waiting for the bottom and you don't know, you can end up getting burned, right? I saw somebody made a really nice post about that. I'll see if I can find it. And they had a nice graph where they were like, they basically showed like this area right now in the market is a bear trap. And if you're sitting here waiting, and a bear trap meaning you're thinking that things are going to continue to be bearish, so they're trapping you in the bear state of mind, when honestly you just should be buying the whole way, because you know what comes after the bear trap is up. Okay, what comes after the trap is up. So instead of you being trapped in the bearish thought, like I gotta find the bottom, you should be just purchasing. And what are the smart money doing? They're purchasing, because to them, it really doesn't make too much of a freaking difference between 64 or 40 for them. It really doesn't, because they know it's going to be 100K, right? What is Saylor doing right now? He's just buying Bitcoin, right? And we kind of have to have that same mindset, I feel like, right? You can also buy a Handle Pay on Coinbase. Yeah, I did notice that you can buy Handle Pay on Coinbase. And I'll say this about Handle Pay: the fact that they are on Canton, that does make me like it a lot better. The fact that they've hooked up here with Canton. So I'm not all doom and gloom on Handle, okay? So I hope people don't take it like that, but I am a little cautious. and I would have a few other things, including Zebec, over it for me, right? Even with the whole, okay, it's 3 million market cap type of thing, okay? That's just me personally, right? But what price do you think Zebec will be at when it's household name? Any guesses, anybody? Yeah, $1 or more for me. $1 or more. Bro, don't even worry about that. Just try to accumulate as much as you can afford while it's low with the money you don't need. The more you have means you won't have to work as hard as when you make money. See, that's my whole view at it, E2. I'm right there with you, brother. I'm right there with you. Zebec holders' lives definitely will be changing. Indeed, act like you're broke even when you got it. Let's go with that. Let's go with that, King Pound, my man. I love it. I love it.
My man.
Because in this market, we all leaving with something, right?
Yeah. I see a big tray. I'm like, I'm leaving here with something. You know what I mean? I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
Even with something out here. That's just where it is. Well, let's continue. 2x handle could give 10x same day. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Christian. 2x handle could give 10x same day. I'm not sure what you mean by that. I will say this though, perhaps, right? Perhaps, okay, it goes to 10. Let's just say it gets to 10 million market cap. That's a 3x, right? So you could, instead of thinking of handle as an investment type of thing that you're dealing with, because Zebec is an investment to me. Handle could just be something you trade as a trader, right? And you're only looking for that 10 million market cap. Okay, you just want that 3x and then you're out. But again, unless they can clear up for me when this whole vesting and stuff is happening, or are they vesting? Because it doesn't seem like 100% of their supply is out. It does seem like some of it is vested. I would like to know, when those vesting things are happening and things like that. So according to Crypto Rank, they were saying that unlock was occurring in 3 days, and I wasn't able to really confirm that. And then with their white paper, it's unclear when that happens. Because they say 9 months linear vesting, 3 months linear vesting, but when did that 3 months start? So there are a whole bunch of things that I'm not clear about, which I would love to. I might just have to reach out to Handle and have them on the show so we can have it a clear thought about that. Hey, I'm hopping back into Link. Haven't bought non in years. Perfect bottom now. There we go. Yep, I'm thinking about dropping a bag on Handle. The market cap is up 1 million since I first saw it. Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. Let's see. If you're taking your ZBCN just dollar cost average, it goes lower, but keep making your small weekly purchases. Indeed. The movie Chappie. Okay, that's good. Also, there's a movie with Justin Timberlake called In Time, where literally they're purchasing time. They have it in some way that your body, you live to have time. You work for time. You literally work for time. And most people die at like the age 25. I think they said in that movie, or 28. I gotta watch the movie. Somebody showed it to me. Shout out to one of my coaching calls. But imagine that we get to that point, guys, where they've figured out how to put certain things in your body, and like they have the Neuralink and things like that, different stuffs, right? Where you got to the point where they can credit you time and you're literally just working to live, right? Oh, that's crazy to think about. But yeah, watch Upload, and it show you like the world that we're living in. Like one lady in Upload, she's an AI trainer, and that's her job, and she's making bank as an AI trainer, like, and that's a really prestigious job. She's making over 100K to train AI. Like, I think that's the future. I think that's the future. The movie Ready Player One dropped Gems 2. Yeah, I still need to watch that. What up, 225? What's up, Purple Rain? 60K Bitcoin will turn into $1 million Bitcoin. Indeed. Yeah, Zebec will pass Bitcoin and definitely Tau. Oh, Peter saying that Zebec will pass Bitcoin and market cap. I love to see it, man. I love to see it. Rise. Thanks, Ruth, for reading my comments. No problem. Yeah, I know people are looking at T-Rise. This is another one in the Canton ecosystem. But again, the tokenomics, man. Okay, let's look at T-Rise. T-Rise, they're looking to do tokenization. Again, one of the things that I can really say about this, right, is with things being built on the Canton ecosystem, they're right there with, they're up 44% in the last 24 hours. That's great. Circulating supply. Okay. Circulating supply, they only have a third of supply out right now. In the last, let's see what they look like in the last month here. So in the last month, they're definitely up, right? In the last month, they're up 74%, almost up a 2x right now. But the tokenomics, they have an infinite max supply. They only have a third of their coins circulating. So this is more clear. They have the breakdown here on CoinMarketCap, on CoinGecko, excuse me. So this is a more clear breakdown. But when a coin has all of these tokens that are not out there, that are really out there, it's hard because they could dump on you. That's the only part that's like a problematic. But again, 4.5 million market cap. That's nice. That is nice. I can't say anything bad about that. I can't. But at this supply, they only have 17.1% of the supply out there. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You could definitely say, okay, it's a low market cap. I'm looking to get out at 12 million or something like that. That's a 4x or that's a 3 or 4x for me. It's just going to be a trade for me, and that's it. Fine. Do it that way. If that's what you want to do, like 4.3 million market cap. But over the long term, right? Over the long term, if we're talking about an investment, and investing is different than trading, this is something we talk about in the Patreon. I'm being really real with you guys right now, right? If you're looking to ride this to a 12 million market cap and just get that 3x and leave, okay, then that's a trade for you, right? But if you're talking long term, they got a whole bunch of tokens that they got to get out. And that's the only thing that's concerning with me when it comes to T-Rise. They got a whole bunch of tokens that they got to get out there. So, I mean, play it how you want to play it though, but as a long-term hold, that would be a little bit concerning. But also again, you could say, all right, I'm gonna get my nice little 3x out of this. Like I'm only trying to ride this to 12 million market cap or something like that. And then once I do that, I can leave a little T-Rise and I'm okay with just leaving that T-Rise. I don't care what happens to it. For me, it's going to be a long-term hold in that aspect. And that's fine. That's fine. That will be how you want to play it, right? But over the long term, it always ends up kind of being a problem. If I were to make an example of like a coin that did something like that, and that would be Velo. Velo had a lot of this supply, like a lot of it's out now, but back here, and I was a big liker of Velo. Wait, let's go here. Yeah, here. So pre bull run, right? In 2023, this boy picked up to let me try to make this chart right. So pre like 2024, because I was talking about it back here, right? And went up to like about 3 cents. So it like 10x from where it was, only to dump all of that right back out. Only to dump it all back out. Right. And that's the thing that you have to worry about when like not a lot of the supply is out. But if you're gonna play it, I'm just giving you guys a little bit of caution and being so honest and real right now with you guys. Maybe you say, okay, well, I'm looking only for that 10 or 5x, and then I'm out. That's the thing that I would caution you with when you're looking at different coins like this that have a whole bunch of supply that they can dump on you. Like, pick your point and try to get out, because that's a lot of supply right there, right? But anyway, T-Rise, not too bad, but just that supply is a little scary to me. But at these low market caps, why not? And just make it a trade. Why not? Oh, handle T-Rise, why not? Let's go to next comment. I even see some AI players passing Bitcoin. Yes, indeed. Let's see who are the who are the founders of T-Rise? Let's look at that. They don't have a team. I know one of the team members of T-Rise is like on the board of Canton or something like that. So I know one of my guys told me about T-Rise for a while ago. I don't know who it was, but that was when it was like a lot higher market cap. So right now it's not bad. It's not bad. Let's see here with T-Rise. Let's see if we can find their CEO. T-Rise CEO. We got it. Madani Bolkalba. Founder, CEO, T-Rise Group. Yeah, see, board member at Canton. He's a board member at Canton. T-Rise Labs. So, guy's a board member at Canton. That right there might be enough to push me to say, hey, why not? Why not get a little T-Rise? But just keep in mind that the supply is what the supply is, right? So, yeah, I would go with a guy who's like a board member of Canton. Canton will probably be definitely like looking to want to give him some stuff to make sure his business succeeds. So okay, I kind of moved a little bit on the yay side to T-Rise as opposed to handle, but yeah, so maybe a little bit of T-Rise. Maybe I can go with that T-Rise type of thing there. What up, what up, Maul in the house? Definitely check out Maul's content, guys. He does some great stuff on Quant and Zebec. Let me see if I can bring up Maul's channel right quick. Guy does some good TA, like our guy Rob. Yeah, definitely go check out Crypto with Maul here. Thanks for coming through, brother. Go give our brother over here a little love. Check out his videos. Thanks for coming through, bro. Definitely, we got to get a collaboration going, brother. I respect this guy's research. Would like to collab with him. But yeah, thanks for coming through there, brother. So let's continue on here. I'm calling handle pay to 100x. I will put in 100K. Okay, so Peter's big on handle pay. Let's see here. I bought rental properties during the 2009 crash. What's up, digital nomad investor of real estate? People thought I was crazy. Now all my properties are up 400 to 500%. I didn't wait for 90% off. Oh, when I was getting paid 70 to 80% off. See, that's the point right there. That's the point right there, right? Where it's like you're trying to wait for the bottom. Instead of waiting for the bottom, it's already 70 to 80% off. Buy. Right? Like that's it. That's it exactly in a nutshell there. Digital nomad investor. Thank you for that. If you get some 30% of what the future price will be, it's a deal versus waiting for it to go lower and it doesn't. Right there, right there, right there, my man.
My man.
Indeed, indeed. So let's continue there. Where were we? T-Rise. Okay, so I'll take a little more. We'll get deeper pause into T-Rise here on some other episodes and whatnot. Let's continue on here. Yeah, so I like too that, and I had a show on this where Canton was doing what they're doing to connect to the Ethereum. I think a lot of Ethereum money is going to move over to Canton. Okay, a lot of Ethereum money is going to move over to Canton. So let's continue on here in our comments. Where were we? Okay, there we go. Just bought $5 worth of handle on Coinbase with a debit card. You can buy ZBCN on Coinbase as well. Shout out to you, E. Yeah, I'm unclear if all the supply is out for Handle Pay. All the supply is out. I think only 9. Yeah, I'm clear about that. Because again, we went over their this is their white paper. And they say that wait, not that part. Here's their white paper. This is their white paper. It says updated 2 months ago. And they say they have vesting schedules. So I don't know. I gotta get some people on from Handle Pay because I know they said they were a different company transfer mode or something like that, and they pivoted into Handle, which is fine. But this says Handle Docs, and says tokenomics. So, and it says vesting. So you can't be vesting and then saying that you're 100% of your stuff is out. That just doesn't work. I don't know how you can say that. What's up, Mooney in the house? What's up, Moonfeather Rising? Happy Father's Day to you, Rue. Really appreciate it, Mooney. Let's go ahead and check out Mooney's channel, guys. If you mosey on down here from my homepage, you'll see channels I recommend. Underdog Research Channel, Shook Focus Digital, which I see Shook in the house here. I think Underdog's in the house as well. Appreciate you guys. And Max was in the house earlier. So all these wonderful content creators watching me. Wamal was in the house. We have Mooney in the house as well. Really appreciate every one of you guys. Definitely come over here and check out Mooney. She does astrology. And like JP Morgan says, millionaires don't do astrology. Billionaires do 100%. 100%. That's what some of the things we get into on Symbolism Sunday, which we haven't done for today. We are going to get into it today, Symbolism Sunday. But let's see what recent shows Mooney has. New Moon in Gemini, Kaleidoscope of Spiritual Awakening. I know she did one on World Liberty Financial recently too here. And shout out to you, Mooney, for having me as one of your dopest influencers in a number one spot. I appreciate that. But definitely come over and check out Mooney, guys. Yeah, I'm not clear if all of Handle is circulating. So I'll have to reach out to them myself because I see that you guys are interested in Handle, and I definitely want to give you guys the content that you're interested in. So I'll reach out to Handle, see if I can have them on, and they can talk about, is all of this supply circulating or is it not? Because it doesn't seem clear to me. Yeah, sleeping on virtuals. Yeah, I know my guy Rob. I've heard Rob talk about virtuals. Let's get out the coin vault here as well. Definitely shout out to my coin vault brothers over here. Let's see, coin vault. Coin vault. Max just did one here on Near. We got a whole video here on Near. We got Hit Network bigger than Swift. We got a few different things here. If you guys are looking for a lot of our Metallica's content, we got that over there. We got some Canton content over there. So definitely come over and check it out, guys. us on the Coin Vault. Definitely check out my Coin Vault, guys. Max and Future. Definitely check out I got Shook Focus Digital. Just did a video on Chain here. And Quant. Chain and Quant. Nice. Let's see the latest ones from Underdog as well. Venezuela on Connection Investigation on Plume. Definitely come check that out. Then here, let's see what Max and Future have going on here. And then we'll get back to our regularly scheduled program. Hidden in plain sight, actual documents for XRP. A few XRP videos from our guy Max here. And let's check out Future. We got altcoins buy now in Future and Real or Hype, Zebec and YouTube. So definitely check out our guys here. And Caspa, a Caspa sighting over here. Caspa and Ethereum from Rob as well. So definitely check those guys out. And yeah. AI digital finances, quantum and computing future. Yes, it is here. It is here. And yeah, I think before people know it, like jobs are just going to be, and you can see it right now. Companies are doing it like 1,000 people at a time. Before we know it, though, it's going to be hard for a lot of people, like very hard. Where universal basic income is the only way you're going to do it. In Upload, like the main character's mother is just living in this facility where, like, it's just a ton of people in the facility, and they're sharing bed. They're literally sharing beds, and it honestly looks like a homeless shelter. It honestly looks like a homeless shelter, but it's like normal because that's how people have to live. Like it's crazy. It's crazy, but I think that's where we're headed long term, like in the next like 25 years or less. The 100x, everyone racing to get 10K worth positioned. Okay. Digital Money, what's up? Subship Focus Digital in the house. Same with crypto. Getting XRP at 25 to 30 cents is better than waiting to drop to 20 cents, and it never does. And see, that was my point with XRP too. And that's my only criticism with a certain crypto influencer that would not talk about XRP when it was at 30 cents. And he wouldn't talk about it, And now he's talking about it when it went over like, $1 to $2. But all of his content was negative to XRP. And he would talk about different people. This content creator, like, yeah, not a fan of him talking about my boys, and not a fan of him just like ignoring XRP. But to each his own. To each his own. Lounge 118, Rise and ZBCN right now are like a crime if you don't pick it up. I love it. I love it. Crypto lover, W Mall, what's good, man? Whole ZBCN is here. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Purple Rain, In Time is dope film, Rue. Got me thinking of ZBCN. Watch it and enjoy. Happy Father's Day to all my small dip buying, still passing. Gotta love it. Indeed. Sir Baby Ears, thanks for the info on Coinbase. Definitely something to research and get into. Remember to smash the likes. Yeah, I thought I saw Underdog in here. I'm tired of YouTube not giving me notifications. Blackrue. That's how they do me, man. I don't know, man. Been subscribed for 5 years. I'm still guessing when you're alive. TikTok, great watching you live. I appreciate that, Underdog. Yeah, man. YouTube messing around with me. I don't know. Got my sis in the house here. What is up, sis? Hey, Rue Crew, hit that like button, popcorn, yellow stripe smile. Really helps the channel. Thank you. SHX, Tammy Camp, marry me. We'll be rich together. Yeah, Tammy Camp, she's a cutie. She's a hottie, and she has that little sounds like a Texas accent. She has a little bit of Texan in her speech. I love those accents, bro. Love me a girl with a nice accent or a nice voice. Either one, nice voice or a nice accent. You got me every time. Buddy, please fix your audio. You're either mumbling into the mic or you're having a bad audio. Either way, you're hard to understand. Let's see here. Is it still hard to understand for you guys? Maybe I need to replace my cord. Can you guys let me know if that's better? I'll go out and get another cord today. Thank you, Bobby from Calgary. My cord must be running bad on me. I'll go get another cord today. What's up, Jetpack? Super late for me. Saw you were live first time I ever got the notification. Have a great night, bro. Keep killing it, dog. No problem, bro. I appreciate it. I know you're over there in another country, bro. I'm not trying to dox where you're at. I know you're over there in another country, bro. So thanks for grabbing me, coming over here, seeing me on here late at night for you, man. Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate you for coming through. Best three narratives, in my honest opinion, coming up for this bull run: agentic AI, stablecoins / payments, real world assets, and tokenization. I agree, Jetpack, wholeheartedly. Those are the best coming up here. And he says Banker, ZBCN, Plume is perfect. Okay. And Plume's another one where I like it. And our brother Underdog Research Channel is doing a lot of great videos on Plume here. So definitely check out Plume. I'm always going to be here to support and listen to you, Blackrue. I'm not only an underdog, but I run with the crew. Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it, brother. You know you're the top you're the top dog in the crew out here. Zebec is awesome because and pun intended on that, by the way. The top dog in the crew. Zebec is awesome, but you can capitalize off stablecoin narrative without having to purchase circle stock. Exactly. That's a good point. That's a very, very good point. Let's start at that point there. Jetpack. What is up, Crypto Crossroads Show? I like the new logo, bro. The red and the blue, which we know the red and the blue is always when they're trying to show something polarizing. The Bloods and the Crips, Democrats and the Republicans, hot and cold. The red and the blue is always the symbol of polarization, if you will. Great stuff there, Crypto Crossroads. Let's see what Crypto Crossroads has on his latest shows. Again, if you need to find Crypto Crossroads' channel, it's mosey on down to my chop channels here. We got all the creators in here today. Go over here. We got Crypto Crossroads Show right here. Let's get our brother Crypto Crossroads Show up to 1,000. And he has a day ago Animoca Brands. Animoca Brands with the nice logo there. And then we got We Can making an appearance. I was talking to shout out to brother Jack Thompson. We were talking about that a couple days ago. Shout out to him. We were talking about weekend in the conversation. Hope you see this, Jack. Appreciate you, brother. And then we got Pellar, Lightlink, and Base. Another sleeping giant there with Lightlink. And if you really want some Lightlink content, definitely come over here to brother Crypto Crossroads Show's channel. He's like the quintessential Lightlink guy. A lot to like about Lightlink, right? Lightlink might be one of those ones too that's like a long-term investment one to hold. What's up, King Asher in the house? Blackrue, share the link to Coinball in the chat if possible. Yes, indeed. I'll get that in the chat right now. Let me pull up Coinvault. Yeah, because there are a couple coin vaults, aren't there? It's kind of hard to find sometimes. Let's see. The link to Coin Vault is in the chat. The 2009 crash was a pivotal moment for those who were ready. Glad you were ready. Looks like you're ready during these red market right now. Yeah, definitely ready for the red market. Yeah, we're getting ready, man. Yeah, I feel like we're I think that might have been the low, right? But even if it's not the low, we're sitting at 80% off right now, like a digital nomad investor was saying there. So why not buy at 80% off? If it goes even lower, yeah, hell, buy more then. But if you're sitting to wait to try to say, okay, it's the perfect low moment, people are not going to agree that it's the perfect low moment. You might end up missing out. Excuse me. UK Zebec. I'm thinking of converting my Zebec for Canton. Is that a bad idea? I wouldn't personally do something like that. I do like Canton though. Don't get me wrong, but not financial advice. Here's the only thing about Canton though. Canton has an infinite supply. That is one thing about Canton, right? But don't get me wrong, because I am invested in Canton and I intend to increase my bag of Canton, right? So don't get me wrong here when I'm saying this. Canton has an infinite supply. They do have a burn in mint kind of counterbalance in which they're always burning and minting, right? And over time, they're going to adjust that, right? So whenever the powers that be feel like they want Canton, and of course, CC, C is the third letter of the English language. So their symbol, their ticker is literally 33. That's interesting, right? That's interesting for those who like numbers and know what 33 is all about and stuff like that. But for me personally, I'm higher on Zebec, but I'm not high on Canton. I am really high on Canton too. Like, in fact, Canton will probably be in my top 5 along with Zebec. But yeah. Over the long term, which token? Because Zebec is already out. 100% of the supply is out. Which token am I long term most bullish on? Zebec. But okay, here it is. Canton infinite supply. But let's see here. Let's see some things. Price and market cap. So it's pretty right in line with the price the market cap is, which isn't always the case. Canton, they have such, with this burn and mint mechanism they have, they can literally, they can do whatever they want to the token price, right? Because what they're doing with the repos and all of that, there's so much money always flowing through Canton and the Canton coin. They can let it go, or they can do whatever they want with the price of the Canton coin. But again, with all the people involved with Canton, the HSBCs, the Broadridges, the Visas, the Societe Generales, the Zebecs, the Lattices, the Layer Zeros, like everybody who's anybody as far as institutional investing is concerned is involved with Canton. So I am very high in Canton, but as far as like converting your Zebec into Canton, not for me. Not for me. That's just me personally. Taran Copeland, what's up? Rue, I want you to put on an interesting play from SoFi, co-founders and CEOs. He told us about Providence Chain and figure SoFi team. Turns out they bit a real world marketplace with Animoca brands. Interesting. Hey man, if you want to send me the link, I'll play it today. I'll play it for people. See. Okay, Provenance. Okay, let's see if we can look up Provenance then. Thanks for putting me on, brother. Appreciate that. Let's see. I've been hearing about Provenance for so long. People always talk about Provenance Chain. I think you're able to get the coins from somewhere where I don't know. Is this the one you're talking about? Crypto Crossroads, let me know. But people have been talking about Provenance for so long, and it's one of those ones that like nobody talks about it, but it's there. And I think you can buy actual tokens from it. You see here. Let me see if I can bring it up on CoinGecko. Yeah, it's here. But where can you buy it? Osmosis. Okay, so yeah, this is a Cosmos coin. That's right. That's right. Okay. Okay, yeah, they're a Cosmos coin. You see. Their top 100 coin? I didn't realize that. See, yeah, that's interesting. That's an interesting yeah, because people have been talking about Provenance like for so long, just like inside circles like ours, right? You know, where shout out to E be finding some good ones out here, man. Yeah, so yeah, it is. It's number 100 on the list. It's number 100. Okay. All right, maybe I might need to dust off that Cosmos wallet and actually go over there and get some provenance. That's interesting. Okay, we'll do some follow up with that. But then also, guys, if you want some information in the meantime, you can go over to our guy Crypto Crossroads show. I think we did just show that you had a provenance video. Let me make sure about that. Let's bring that up. Here, where is it? Good. Let's see. Okay. No, I must be losing my mind. I could have swore that there was something on your channel with provenance. Okay, never mind. All right, let's continue on here. What's up, D Curry? What's up, Jose De La Torre? What up, Rue? Happy Father's Day. Go Zebec. Let's go. Hey, Sissany family of Blackrue is family to me as well. First time seeing you here. Nice seeing you online. Appreciate it, underdog. Yeah, let's give some love to Sis for real. I've been trying to understand the relationship between Zebec's market volume, price, and its core utility. Well, we have that here. Let's go ahead and bring that up. Zebec has given us their new tokenomics. And this is something that Simon addressed in his interview on the channel. Definitely go over to the Patreon where you can see that interview with Simon. And I almost rugged myself out of the channel, off the channel again here. Let me see here. But let's get back to those tokenomics. See if I can pull that up real quick. Is it me? Is this a long live today? Yeah, we're up to 2 hours already on the live here. I need to go get a little drink of water because I'm losing my voice. I'll be right back, guys. We'll keep it going here. All right, let's keep it going here. Just need some water. All right. No issues with the mic? Okay, good. Good to know. I understand to hear you perfectly. I don't know why that always happens. Someone comes in and says I have issues with the mic and I don't. That's weird to me. Sister Ruel in the house. Good day, mate. What's up? 49 Fine Silver in the house. Appreciate you. Sorry about the sound of your last video. Yeah, I don't know what happened with that video, but I think it was a good one. What's up, Dreamer? Patreon in the house. Hey, bro. Your audio is fine for me. What's up, nosy neighbor? Another Roof Crew member in the house. Shout out to the Patreon. We have Shook Focus Digital. We have Crypto Crossroads, the Underdog Research Channel in the house. This live is on fire for me. Yeah, Tevin King is it. A lot of creators in the house today, man. Like it's something to see, man. That's something that I really appreciate. That I really do. What's up, Mr. Spader in the house too? Super app is going to be a catalyst soon, with or without clarity. I agree. Hey, fam, at Underdog Research Channel. I'm always around. I appreciate you being here since the beginning with my brother. Such a great supportive friend. Thank you. Oh, that's nice, sis. Yeah, we all appreciate Underdog around here, man. Like I said, like I always recount, guys. I don't know if you guys know it, but a couple years ago, I had a stroke. Underdog, he kept my channel going by like doing some reviews on some videos of mine. Really, like I didn't even ask him to do it. He did it out of kindness of his heart. One of the first people I actually collaborated with in the space. Big fan of my guy, my friend, Underdog Research Channel, to say the least out here. Stable coins will be the last to blast. Well, one of the things I noticed here, and we can kind of look at it here, in Provenance, I'm going to take a picture of that because that keeps coming up. And I think I'm just going to go get a little bitty bag just in case. Dust off my Cosmos wallet because I haven't done anything with the Cosmos ecosystem in so long. So all the value right now in crypto seems to be with these stable coins. Let's look at it. Let's break it down here. Like if we look at right now, we look at 24-hour volume. Well, 24-hour volume. Tether. Well, of course, we know Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, right? We understand that. But of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, with all the 24-hour volume, right? 3 of them are stable coins. Tether, USDC, USD1, right? So these guys are getting paid, right? As far as with the what the fees are concerned, with all of this volume. And Tether is just lapping everybody, right? Of course, we know Tether has like Bitcoin. They have some big ties to Bitcoin, and they have gold on their balance sheet. So of all the little, Tether's about to collapse thing. In the last 24 hours, they're doing the most volume of $30 billion plus, right? So anything that can kind of get fees from these stable coins, which Zebec can do, is going to succeed in the future, right? And Zebec, we already know they're partnered with USD1, right? And we go down in the list and we see some other people here. I don't know why we don't see RLUSD on this list. It should be. But yeah, 24-hour volume. Note some of the coins that are here, right? XRP, WorldCoin, Hyperliquid, Tron, Dogecoin, BitTensor, Zcash, Near. Some of the things we've been talking about on this channel, right? But it does seem like SWE just keeps falling, even though it's in the last 24 hours it's getting a lot of volume, but it keeps falling in price. That might be something to look at for the future here, SWE. Once it bottoms out. I thought it would be at the bottom by now, but then in the last 7 days, wait, can we see volume? Okay, well, that kind of proves the point there, but very, very interesting there. Salute to Sir Underdog Crypto. Indeed. Sounds good. Always Rue's my brother. He always talks about his sis and your thoughts and advice and support. I told Rue we need to plan a trip in the real world. Truly a pleasure meeting you. Indeed, indeed. We might have to plan that Vegas meetup out here for everybody. All right. I would really like that. We truly need to make plans. Thank you. You guys are killing me in the chat over here. We do need to pull Blackrue aside. I see him flexing online, showing off his work at the gym. He has 30 subscribers a week. Oh, all ladies. I don't know about that, brother. Maybe. I'm just saying. Yes, I told 45 Cent to take it. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that's an inside joke. Yeah, my sister called me 45 Cent. she called me 45 Cent. Yes, Provenance blockchain and Figure are at are 100 in market cap. Yes, indeed. Not 45 Cent. Rue, she on you, my friend. Now remember that scene from the 5 Heartbeats when Eddie makes the ladies faint in the crowd. Oh my God, that's a legendary scene right there. Now they call you the Rue effect. Rue killing it. Rue, I don't have a link right now, but the marketplace created by Provenance Blockchain and Animoca Brands is called Nuva Finance. And yes, E definitely brought those projects to our attention. Shout out to E. Y'all killing me. Y'all killing me in the chat. Rue effect, I remember that. See there, I told you Rue she needed. She said Rue said he needed water just to show off the guns and the white shirt. Rue ain't fooling us. He's white teed up and swagged up, killing them. What's up, E? One of the guys in the Telegram brought Provenance blockchain over to the group a year ago. I posted a bunch of information on it. The project was very difficult to buy. I appreciate you. He's our moderator on the Telegram there. Yeah. So Provenance has always been kind of hard to buy. And when projects are hard to buy, to me, that's almost a sign that they're going to be good in the future. Case in point, I don't know if a lot of you remember when they took Stronghold off of blockchains. They delisted Stronghold from KuCoin. They delisted it. They delisted it almost everywhere. Where the only place you could buy Stronghold was on Lobster Wallet. And what did Stronghold proceed to do when that happened? Oh, well, Stronghold just did something here lately. Wow, they just hyped up and market cap pretty strong there. What was that all about? Let's go. That was weird. Was that the right Stronghold? Okay. Okay, I guess that wasn't the right Stronghold. But yeah, when Stronghold got delisted, it was like somewhere back here, right? And then it proceeded to go on a mega run, right, to Ascent. But it was sitting at like under 0.0003. So it literally must have created millionaires because it went from three zeros to Ascent in a literal 3 months time. And that was after them delisting it everywhere. You could have gotten it on KuCoin, and people had it on KuCoin, but then they delisted it everywhere and proceeded to pump it. Right? So when coins are delisted and things like that, and they make it hard for you to get, like, the thought in our minds and the feelings is, oh man, that must be a bad coin. I need to stay away from it. But don't do that. Like, remember it. Because sometimes it's just they make it harder for you to get so they can just build that asset and watch it explode. So from that stronghold, oh, I'm not showing you the chart. From that stronghold example, I will never forget this. And it just goes to show and to point out to me, when they make coins hard to get, it's not always for the reason you think. It may be because they're making it blast off, right, in the near future. Yeah, I still haven't bought out Provenance on Osmosis. Provenance blockchains goes hand in hand with Figure, which is in the top 10. Okay. Figure is in the top 10. Figure, isn't Figure publicly traded? Figure is a publicly traded blockchain company, right? Let's figure this out, because see, I know Figure when he's talking about Figure. This is actually a publicly traded blockchain company that has connections to Zero Hash, actually, which Zero Hash is connected to Zebec. So here's the stock Figure. Okay, I think this is the same Figure. I forgot all about this stock. I might have to put this on my list. Forgot all about Figure. Let me write that down. Okay. Should own at least 3 to 5 million Zebec. BTCC YouTube has some good videos on tokenization, 100%. Les Solokin has a great interview with Provenance CEO. I highly recommend people go check it out. They've been working on that mortgage tokenization. What's up, Hugo Loves Monica Long? Let's see here. Let me see if we can bring it up. Who is Provenance CEO? Let's see if we can find that. Is this the right Provenance? So is this the guy? Is this Provenance CEO, Stephen Geitzler? Stanford guy. Let me know if this is the right guy. Let me know if that's the right guy for CEO of Provenance. Let me see. Okay, I actually might have it here. And if that is the right guy, I got a new sound effect for y'all. With that last name, if that's the right guy, it seems like he might be, he might be.
I'm not going to say what race, what people. We know I can't say that.
He might be. I'm not gonna say what race, what people. We know I can't say that type people. That's he might be one of those people. I'm not gonna say what race, what people. We know I can't say that type people, right? But yeah, let me see if I can find that interview real quick. Lex Sorkin. Video. Provenance. We'll do it live here. Okay. We found it, I think. Okay, it's a long interview, so I don't know if we will be able to play it, but at least now it's in my
Hi, this is Lex.
at least now it's in my history. I'll definitely go check it out. Would love to catch a workout with the homie 45. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh man, where should I buy LCX now? LCX, I think you can buy it on Kraken. It's available on Kraken. LCX, good price drop. Yes, indeed. I caught that maybe instead of 30, it'll be more like 40 new subs a week. Well, I hope so, sis. I hope so out here. Yes, it is a Lisco publicly listed company built by SoFi co-founders and team members. They are building with Animoca brands, and they might implement Mocha network. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna check out that stock because, guys, when you look at Animoca brands, like, and shout out to Crypto Crossroads Show and shout out to Underdog Research Channel. They've done so much research on Animoca brands. Like, definitely check out both of their channels, guys. The investors that are involved with Animoca brands, it's insanity. Let me see if I can bring it up here. And just the list of investors and backers in Animoca brands is literally insanity. Let's see here. Okay, so I got it pulled up here. Animoca brands. Sequoia Capital, Parify, Winklevoss Capital, Gemini, Dragonfly, Coinbase Ventures, HTX, that's Justin Sun's company, Thundercore, Atari, Sun. I've seen this company before with Jasmine. Yatsu, which is their CEO, put up some of his own money. Intel Capital, which I'm wondering if they have any relation to the company Intel. So just so many of the best and biggest and brightest investors are invested in Animoca Brands. So anything that Animoca Brands is doing, gotta pay attention. And I know, like, we think about Animoca Brands and we look at it and we think of just, oh, funny NFTs. No, they got a lot of money and backing and people behind them. So paying attention to what they're doing here, and this will show it more clearly here. Oh, I lost my share. Let me bring that back. There we go. So Animoca Brands, where were we? So yeah, this will show it more clearly. Coinbase Ventures, Dragonfly, Sequoia Capital, Parafly Capital, Hashed, Atari, Gemini, HTX, Winklevoss Capital, Thundercore, Sun Hung Kai, GGV, Intel, Yatsu, Justin Sun himself put some of his own money in. Just so many people, man. They raised over 825 million. You might as well say they raised $1 billion. Like, crazy. Yes, two figures. One is home equity. The other is robotics not listed. Only 14 exchanges allowed to operate in Europe from 1st of July. I'm looking at LCX thinking it will get the liquidity from the unregulated exchanges in Europe. Got it. Only 14 exchanges allowed to operate in Europe from the 1st of July. I'm looking at LCX thinking it will get the liquidity from the unregulated exchanges in Europe. Got it. So they unregulated these exchanges in Europe so that LCX can start getting some money flow towards it. Got it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Zebec is going any lower. I know people made fun of Caesar when Caesar said it might go to its all-time low. He said that, but I don't know. For it to go to 777, that would be crazy. I really don't think you can go too much lower than where it is right now, especially with clarity on its way. Figure markets, stable coins, YLDS is the first legal SEC approved to give yield returns while holding that stable coin. Okay, really? Okay, let's see if we can find that. So I forgot all about that stock. You guys gave me another stock that I need to put in my portfolio. Yep, here it is. Accrue 3.28 daily with YLDS, the only SEC registered fixed income debt security that transfers peer-to-peer on blockchain, send it anywhere, settle instantly. And this is by figure. Oh, this is good stuff. As a subsidiary of Figure Market Holdings. Yeah, Figure, and I think Figure has some connection to Zero Hash. Oh yeah, that's real good stuff right there. It's really good stuff. Figure Markets launches industry first yield bearing stablecoin as an NCC registered public security. This February 20, 2025. And that's built on Stellar. So maybe it makes its way over to Zebec. Very, very interesting there. Also says they brought it to Solana. Yep, and here it is with Providence. This move marks the beginning of long-term ambition between Figure and Providence Blockchain Foundation to build on Solana as a part of its efforts to promote real-world asset applications in DeFi. Figure intends to work with Providence Blockchain to allow Solana users to access yield from a variety of Figure assets, including loans. Over the coming weeks, Figure expects to expand its collaboration with Solana native integrations that further demonstrate its leadership is bringing compliant, decentralized finance to scale. Interesting. Well, let's see here. What was that stablecoin that Simon was talking about? Let's see if we can find out if that has any connection to this.
You can go into yield mode. They flip it out to the market into DeFi, earn the best that they can for you. Are you guys planning any of that you'd be able to do inside the Zebec wallet or even the card itself?
It's something that we are exploring. To be honest with you, we are starting with more vanilla yield options that are extremely low risk, because at the end of the day, enterprises don't have the highest risk tolerance when it comes to their cash balances. So we've gone more for the native yield solutions. For example, we're going live next week with USX, which is a stablecoin on Solana that offers high single digits yield natively, which is very exciting. And then some of the larger ecosystems as well are bringing yield bearing stablecoins into the Zebec app. So currently, we do not offer the DeFi yields, but it's something that we're going to consider on the horizon for sure.
That's good. That's good.
Okay, USX, which here, Solstice USX accounts for roughly 10% of all DeFi locked on Solana. The only Solana native stablecoin operating at this scale. Apparently, Solana is about to be listed in Japan. Interesting. I wonder if this has any connection to the Figure stablecoin, since they made that active. here with Solana. Where was that at that we saw that? So in this article. But yeah, this is something great that I'm going to have to research here. Thank you guys for this. They have it going live here on Stellar. And they're comparing it to USDY. So interesting. This is going to definitely give me something to dig into here and see where all of this goes. Great research, guys. This is definitely why you guys want to check out Crypto Crossroads. And thank you for bringing that to us, Crypto Crossroads, and appreciate you guys. So again, definitely go over and check out our brother Crypto Crossroads show. I'm going to share his channel one more time for you guys. Let's get him up to 1,000. Appreciate this good knowledge he's dropping here for us today. Let's get our brother up to 1,000. So if you need to know where to find him, come right over here and you see Crypto Crossroads show right here. This is some of the good research bro's dropping. Thank you. Thank you for bringing this to us, bro. Really appreciate it. Oh, and thank you, Hugo Loves Monica Long for backing that up. Here. Appreciate it, brother. See, now my nose is itching. I know they say that the old folks say that if your palm itches, you have money coming your way. But my nose always seems to itch when when money is coming my way. Just bought more Canton. If you know, you know. Not financial advice. Yeah, I'm a fan of Canton. I'm a fan of Canton and their ecosystem. Blackrue, since you brought up stable coins, one thing I'm focused on really helping people grasp is stable coins are our most proven example of real world assets, a huge digital representation of money itself. Huge. Yeah. So let's also remember to tune into the Underdog Research Channel. I saw that you were doing something on that Underdog. I caught one of your production shows or one of your things on X today on that. So I'm excited to see how that relates to Plume, because Plume is also dealing in stable coins, guys, which again, the people that can extract the most value from stable coins, I think, are going to be the biggest winners, the crypto coins that can do that. And Plume's going to be one of those. Bro, as soon as I saw Yatsu from Animoca sharing the stage with Ripple multiple times, talking about stable coins and also talking about blockchain with Ripple's president, Monica Long, I knew it was a wrap. 100%. 100%. That's a good point. Let's start that one, right? And it's funny because most people, and Max has talked about this too, where he's connected Yatsu and Ripple. Like, people really think that it might. I think people, or at least in my head, overlook Animoca brands because it's wrapped in that colorful wrapping, and they talk about NFTs and all of that. But there are some quote unquote killers out here, man. They're really they're gonna be a big deal, or they're already a big deal. They're already a big deal, and we would take heed in watching them. And of course, XRP kind of maxi Paul Barron has Yatsu on his show a lot, so the connection is definitely there. We're touching 14 again. It's cool. Zebec no lower than 0.002. What's up, the Nelsoni in the house? Animoca was supposed to get a reverse merger with Kerr this year. whatever happened to that, or animosity, reverse merger occur, whatever happened to that. I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all with that one. Yeah, Animoca. Yep. Yeah. I'm not sure. So it seems like to me, Animoca has tons of money. They shouldn't need to merge with anything. Jarvis Agent Tron. Salute Chief. What's up? We got a Bay in the house here. What's up? Salute Chief. I bought ZBCN back in 2024 and started back doubling down on 0.0025, and I'm DCAing down to buy back in the zones of 0.00189 and 0.00133. 3 million ZBCN into counting. Retirement is in motion. 100%, brother. Hey, yeah. Like, yeah, ZBCN, I think they're just primely positioned to take advantage of these stable coins. They could connect to all of them. And of course, they're going to be doing payroll for everybody worldwide. So I think they're going to take a big advantage of these stable coins in a way that we, the people, can get advantage to it, right? Can take advantage of it. Because when you really look at it, right, USD1, where were we with the whole stable coins? Let me go back here. So Trump's stable coin, right? It's already leading in volume, right? 24-hour volume. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it's pulling in over a half a billion in volume just in the last 24 hours. Right? The market cap right now is a little under 5 billion. But his family's collecting all those fees, right? How can we take advantage of that? Maybe platforms like Zebec, right? Oh, yep, Animoca, no problem, problem, Nelson. Salute is Yusuf El Bay. Yeah, I remember Yusuf. I remember that was your account, brother. Shout out to the brother Bay in the house. I'm just on my AI agent account. No worries. I know stuff, Rue. I'm from around the way. Yes, indeed. Let's play that for Hugo right quick. Shout out to Denzel.
Yeah. I see a big tray. I'm like, I'm leaving here with something. You know what I mean? I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
Hugo from around the way, bro. He leaving with something out here. Thus, only extension period was passed, and we should expect an announcement by June 30th of 2026. The current CEO stated that the extension marks positive process. Okay, thank you. I'm not sure which deal you guys are talking about, but not too bad. This one clown told me he put his CC with Caleb and Brown. I was like, what? Wait, what happened? What happened with CC and Caleb and Brown? I hear I do have a Caleb and Brown partnership, and people have a good time with Caleb and Brown. I have no problems with Caleb and Brown. What happened, Jay-Way? See here. I'll sit and wait and see what Jay-Way has to say here to what happened with them with Caleb and Brown. But yeah, some nice gems dropped today. I'm gonna have to do some more research on Figure and Caleb and Brown here. And nice long live stream today, 2 hours and 40 minutes. I am now subscribed to Crypto Crossroads Show. Let's go. Got our Brother Crypto Crosso show one closer to 1,000. His research is good. Everybody I have on that list, their research is golden. No doubt, for sure. All right, then, guys, we did a nice long show this Saturday. Happy Father's Day to the fathers out there. If you made it to the end, let's put figure in the comments once the live stream ends. Just like a nice Sunday with friends here with you guys. You make it that way every time. Thank you guys so much for rocking with me, and we're out of here, guys. Peace.